Alright, this is Mr. Gilman. Today we're going to talk about surface area. And surface area is exactly what it sounds like. It's just the area of any shape on the surface of the prism. And so what I need to do is I just need to identify each of the shapes that I have on my prism. The first thing I notice is that this is a triangular prism. When I ask you about a prism and what shape the base is, that is determined by which side of the prism has the exact same opposite side across from it. So as you can see, there's a triangle that's the same on the top and the bottom. Therefore, the triangle would be representing the base of this prism. I see that this triangle gives me an easy base and height. A base of 6 and a height of 4, which is ideal to find the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle is 6 times 4 divided by 2. Alright, so what I did was I just found the area of this triangle, which we've been practicing for volume. Now in the past, what we would do is we multiply that by 10, because we would be finding the volume or how much it holds. But we're not finding how much it holds this time. We're trying to find how much space is on the outside of it. So there's a triangle that has 12. This triangle is congruent to that triangle. So we know this also has 12. So my total surface area, 12 for the bottom, plus 12 for the top. And now we need rectangles. So let's take a look at the next part here. Let's do this rectangle that's right in front here. I'll just highlight him. The area of a rectangle is base times height, or length times width, however you'd like to think of it. In this case, I have a length and width of 6 and 10. 6 times 10 equals 60. So there's my area of this guy right here. That's his surface area, 60, so I'm going to add that. And I have more surface area to talk about. I have this rectangle over here. And he has a length of 5 and a height of, I should say, a width of 5 and a height of 10. So again, we have this rectangle over here. This distance is 5 times 10 for the height. 5 times 10 equals 50. So there's another piece of my surface area. And finally, we'll do another color here. I have this rectangle in the back that I haven't done yet. It looks like it's 8 by 10. So the area of that would be 8 times 10, or 80 square inches. And so altogether, my total surface area is the sum of all the areas of all the shapes on the outside of the prism. So 12 plus 12 plus 60, that makes 84, 134, 214. So my total surface area equals 214 square inches. Notice it's square inches because we're talking about area again. Before, it was volume. Okay, so surface area, just think of the word surface and area as literally the area of all the shapes on the surface. Okay. Again, looks like we have another prism. And I might ask you, what is the base of the prism? It's not a number when I ask you that. I'm asking you, what type of prism is it? I know that this is a triangular prism because there's a triangle here that is identical to the triangle opposite it. All right, so I'm going to say this is a triangular prism. That's what I mean when I say, what is the base? It's a triangle. So let's go ahead and knock out the base first, because once I know this base, I know the other base as well. The area of a triangle is the base 12 times the height 16, all divided by 2. And so, let's see here, that would be 96. I'm going to highlight the part that I know is 96. It's that front triangle. But I also know the back triangle is congruent to it. So that must also be 96. So total for my surface area, I have 96 plus 96, one for each of these triangles. And now let's look at some rectangles here. I have a rectangle in the back here, highlighting in yellow, that is 16 by 10. So I have another area that's 16 by 10, which is 160 square inches. And then I have a rectangle right here in front that appears to be 20 by 10, 200 square inches. And then I have, of course, the final piece, this bottom rectangle. And it looks like it's 12 by 10. 120 square inches. So together, all together on the outside of my shape, my total surface area is 96 plus 96 plus 160 plus 200 plus 120. Or, get that calculated up for you, 96 plus 160 plus 100 plus 120. 672 square inches. The surface area in this case would be 672 square inches. And again, we're not doing volume anymore, we're finding the surface area. So the area of all the shapes on the outside of the prism, or the surface of the prism, added up, added together. Ooh, another one here with the triangular prism. Again, I'm going to identify all the shapes here. I know the base is a triangle, and so if I can find that triangle, I will also know this triangle. That's what I'm going to start with. Now this could be tricky because there's some extra numbers here, 1 and 2. I think that's a 2, maybe it's not. It's hard to read. Oh, they're both 7s. Okay, that's good to know. This is 6. This is 7, 7, and 4. Okay. Maybe made that picture a little too small. Something to keep in mind is we want the height of this triangle. We do not want the slope of this triangle. We want the height of it. So to find the area, the pink part there, I'm going to take the base times the height. 4 times 6, all divided by 2, because a triangle is half of a rectangle. So I know that the area of this front base and the back base is 12. So 12 for each one of them. Surface area is 12 plus 12. And let's go ahead and do this rectangle here. And that length is 12 as well. There, it's 12. So it looks like this rectangle is a 7 by 12, which is 84 square inches. And I have a rectangle in the back here, right there. It's 7 by 12. Again, 84 inches squared. And finally, the bottom rectangle. Looks like I have a 4 by 12. 48 inches squared. So we should have a 12, a 12, one for each base of the triangle, an 84, an 84, and a 48. And now together makes our total surface area. So we're going to say 12 plus 12 plus 84 plus 84 plus 48. Okay, Mr. Gilman hit a bad button. 12 plus 12 plus 84 plus 84 plus 48. 240 square inches. All right. Take a look at another one here. Lots of triangles. Again, we have a triangular prism, and we're trying to find the surface area. So I'm going to look at this base, and I know it's going to be exactly the same as this base back here. So whatever I find for the area of the triangle, I need to use twice because there's two sides that have triangles. All right. So the area of the triangle would equal the base 3 times the height 4. Okay, if you try to use 5, what we're actually going to need is this distance, but we don't know that distance. So if I flip the triangle sideways and make it look like this, then this is my 3 and this is my 4, and I can see what the base and the height are a little more clearly. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're going to dig 3 times 4 divided by 2. Oops, got a little ahead of myself there. We're going to start with centimeters squared. We're going to start with 6 centimeters squared for this part, but I also have 6 centimeters squared for that part because they are congruent. 6 plus 6. Take a look at this rectangle here. If you can see, it looks like I have an 8 by 3. So I'm going to say the area of that rectangle is 8 times 3, which is 24 square inches. And then I have this rectangle here that looks like it's 4 by 8. So we're going to say its area is 4 times 8, 32 square inches. And then finally I have that on the bottom here. a 5 by 8. And so total surface area is the sum of those numbers. 6 plus 6 plus 12. Oh, nope. 6 plus 6 plus 24 plus 32 plus 40. 108 centimeters, square centimeters, I should say. 108 square centimeters. All right. Now we should be getting kind of close to the end here. It looks like a lot of the same types of examples with these triangular prisms. So what we're going to do is we're going to maybe work on these in class. And I will make you do those, and then once I see that you know how to do them, I will give you your worksheet to work on in class. So if you would like to complete them tonight, so you have more time to do them in class tomorrow, that would be fine. If not, you may work on them tomorrow in class as well.